We're here at the RBC Center in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Craig Simpson.
Welcome to what should be a spirited contest here tonight between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Toronto Maple Leafs. The key for these guys will be matching their opponent's work ethic.
Absolutely, Jim. You can play a tight checking defensive game all you want, but if you get outworked, you just won't win.
And this team's one of the most tenacious clubs in the league. Here's a look at tonight's official.
He's one of the more experienced refs in the league. You can expect him to call a tight game tonight. He takes control of the game and is certainly not afraid to blow his whistle.
And the faceoff is won by Brindamore. Bumped by O'Neill.
It's getting rough out there.
Brings it out. Flattened.
That was a big league body check.
The Maple Leafs go offside. There's a look at the Hurricanes' starting lineup in this game. The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Francis. Delayed penalty coming up for Toronto. Francis will serve time for hooking. Carolina is about to go to work on its first power play of the game. Let's see if they can cash in.
You want to establish a good power play early, even if you don't score. Builds confidence and keeps momentum going.
Pass to the point. He gets hit by McCabe.
Jim, that's how you earn respect in this game.
Into the attacking zone. Knocked down.
A devastating hit.
In over the line. Dumped in the inboards by Tucker. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Weeks reached out for the puck. Moved up. Brings it out. In over the line. Adams gets smoked. Brings it out. It's played over by Sundin. He gets bowled over by Hill.
Another hit like that and sparks will fly.
Goes behind his net. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. He gets roughed up by Leach.
Oh, he corked him a good one.
Great save by Belfour. In front. Stick save. Brings it out. Over the line. Shoots the puck. The Maple Leafs will make a change here. Carolina is 0 for 1 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. Passed up to the neutral zone. He gets laid out by O'Neill. Tucker fires it. Turned away by Weeks. Over the blue line. He gets checked by McCabe.
That was a throwdown.
In over the line. Sent flying.
Man, that was a jarring hit.
Out of their defensive end. The Hurricanes are making a wholesale change. Offside.
You better keep your head up or you're going to be knocked on your rear end.
The action's about to start. And the faceoff is won by Reichel. Bowled over into the attacking zone. Rubbed off the puck. Shoots behind the net. Flattened.
A great job of stepping up.
Brings it out. Over the line. Domi gets checked. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets run over by Fitzgerald. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Shoved. Centered. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets hit by Berehowski. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Big hit.
Jim, that was a major league bump.
Over the line. In over the line. Awesome save. Weeks covers up.
Oh, Jim, you can see by the look on his face, he can't believe he didn't beat the goalie with that one.
About to drop the puck. A Maple Leaf face-off win. Right in front. Quick shot.
The shot is wide.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Bumped by McCabe. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Shoved. McGillney fires. Weeks hangs on for the whistle. What really impresses me about this guy is how quick he gets across the crease.
Well, he likes to stand tall in there, and that makes it easy to get post to post.
The ref is ready to drop the puck. A Carolina faceoff win. Brings it out. In over the line. Laid out.
A smackdown.
Brings it out. Over the line. Blocked. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Pushed. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Right in front. Advances the puck. Brings it out. Over the line. Delayed call coming up. Williams is going off for hooking. Toronto will try and take advantage of a penalty here.
Well, we haven't seen the power play yet tonight, but we know they're going to be a handful.
They've got great skill in that first unit. Weeks turned him away. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Shoots the puck. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Turned away. Passed over. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets out-muscled by Leach. Stahl, wrist shot, glove save. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Hammered.
I could feel that one from here.
Scramble in front of the net. Passed ahead. There's a minute gone by on this current man advantage, and they haven't been able to muster up a whole lot of offense.
Well, they have to start spreading out, getting the puck to the point, and firing the...
Ooh, what a hit. Right in front. Weeks made the brilliant save. He hangs on. The Hurricanes have been pretty weak on the power play.
Jim, any team gunning for the postseason has to be able to cash in on the power play.
You just won't get very far otherwise. Face-off won by Francis. Centers it. Brindamore. Brings it out. Over the line. Bowled over.
He got laid out.
Level.
There's some physical play.
Domi now with the puck. Shoved. Brings it out. Williams steps back onto the ice, meaning we've returned to 5-on-5 hockey. Belfour freezes the puck. Francis never looks like he's in a hurry out there, but he's always ahead of the play.
Well, he's got offensive instincts that you just can't teach, and that's what makes him such a great playmaker.
Hurricanes win the faceoff. Wallin grabbed it. Stahl grabbed it. Turned aside by Belfour. Over the blue line. Pass to the slot. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Kirka gets away a hard shot. Saved by Belfour. And he covers up. The Hurricanes aren't giving their fans much to cheer about.
Playing below 500 in your own rink is not acceptable.
The ref is signaling for the faceoff. And the faceoff is won by Sundin. Brings it out. Over the line. Flattened.
You could feel the impact up here.
Into the attacking zone. He gets hit by McCabe.
Ran him down.
McGillney brings it out. Over the blue line. Shot from the point by Roberts. Blocked. Played over. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Belfour makes the big glove save. circles the net. Carolina applying tremendous pressure here. Brings it out. Quick pass up over the line. Shoots it quickly. Weeks turned it away. Passed ahead. Brings it out. Carolina puts its second line out.
Hit! That's showing authority.
Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Weeks gets his stick on it. Brings it out. In over the line. Knocked over.
That looked like trouble.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Across. He gets laid out by Verbata. And the play is offside. The Hurricanes are a great penalty-killing team.
And I'll tell you why, Jim. They're always in great position. You can't break down their box. They're extremely disciplined, and they keep everything to the outside.
Face-off won by Vasicek. Out of their defensive end. Shoved into the attacking zone. Over the line. Laid out.
You can hear that one up here.
Rink-wide pass. Brings it out. In over the line. Adams gets bumped off the puck.
Great contact.
Advances the puck over the blue line. Weeks made the save. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Moved up. Over the line. Shoved. Right in front. He gets roughed up by Fast. Brings it up. Over the blue line. He gets rocked by Caberlet.
Sends him packing.
In over the line. Moved across. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Slap shot. And that'll do it. The first period draws to an end in a scoreless tie as we head to the break.
From around the league will be participating in contests, photo sessions, and lots more fun for the whole family. Check our website or call the box office for details.
First intermission is over, and we get ready to start the second. The players are lining up at the face-off circle. And the face-off is won by Brindamore. He gets taken out by Sundin.
He delivered a message with that one.
Shoved. Advances the puck out of their defensive end. Over the line. Centers it. Fires it hard. Quick pass up. Brings it out. In over the line. The crowd's upset. No penalty call. Great save by Belfour. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Checked.
These checks keep everyone on their toes, Jim.
Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone.
Hit. Excellent physical play.
Brings it out. In over the line. Wrist shot by McGillney. Weeks made the save. And he hangs on to the puck. They're getting ready for the face-off. The face-off goes to the Maple Leafs. Passed back by Francis. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Muscled off the puck. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. In over the line. Brings it out. Over the line. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line.
One-timer. No control and the puck goes wide.
Cranked him.
It's getting pretty intense down there.
Right in front. Weeks made the leg save. Passed over. Into the attacking zone. He gets checked by Berehowski. Brings it out. In over the line. Played over. At center. Delayed call. Saint-Jacques gets called for hooking. Toronto will get a second chance on the power play here. Face-off won by Sundin. Hard wrist shot by Leach. Out of their defensive end. Puck is dumped in on the end boards by Wesley. Played across. Over the line. Belfour turned it away. Hill scores! Short-handed, they score!
The key to scoring short-handed is speed. You have to be fast enough to capitalize on an offensive error. That's exactly what happened here.
Toronto wins the draw. Over the blue line. Weeks turns it away. And he hangs onto the puck for the whistle. Now you talk about great defensemen in this league, and this guy really makes it all happen at the back end.
Jim, he's like a catalyst out there, consistently feeding forwards with breakout passes. And hey, I say he wouldn't hesitate to jump up in the rush.
Domi scores! The goalie was caught flat-footed that time.
Not much he could do there. That was a classic one-timer.
And the faceoff is won by Sundin.
It takes talent to deke like that.
Now it looks like they're dropping the gloves.
Yeah, these two guys are ready to start chucking some knuckles.
Good tussle with no clear-cut winner.
That was a good all-around effort from both guys.
They're getting ready for the face-off. Face-off won by Wellwood.
He still doesn't know where he went. Great deep.
Shoots the puck, turned aside. Into the attacking zone. Caberlet pushes him. Brings it out. In over the line. In the corner. In front. Hedekins scores!
The puck came back out, and he was ready and waiting for it.
Carolina trails by one midway through the second period.
This is where the mental part of the game comes in. A goal like that can really mess with your head.
He gets checked by Wallen. Over. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Sent flying. Quick pass up out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Shove. Renberg, blistering shot. Takes it behind the net. Advances the puck. In over the line. Rubbed off the puck by McCabe. Toronto's going to get a penalty. McCabe will get the gate for interference.
There's interference on the play, and he'll spend some time in the box.
And the faceoff is won by Brindamore. One times it. Missed the net. In front. Big glove save. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets hit by O'Neill.
Real power there.
Over the blue line. Hard wrist shot by Brindamore. Belfour denies him. Great glove save. He freezes the puck. It didn't take this guy too many tries to put one in the back of the net.
Well, if you want to be valuable to your team's offense, you've got to focus on getting your shot off quickly and as often as you can.
Face-off won by Tucker. That's offside. This guy's one of the premier goaltenders in the game today.
No doubt about it, Jim. He has lightning-quick reflexes and an incredible mental focus. Some nights, he's almost impossible to beat.
Toronto wins the draw. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Pushed. Around the back. Goes behind his net. Brings it out. Over the line. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Pauline shoots the puck. Brings it out. The Maple Leafs will make a change here. Shove. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. One-time shot by Williams. Denied by Belfour. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Scores! It's a shorthanded marker.
The goalie had no chance on that one, Jim. Take a look at how he unloaded that wrist shot. Nice goal.
Halfway through the game and they're up by 2.
As long as their defensive play holds up, they should be fine.
A Maple Leaf face-off win. McCabe puts an end to this power play as his penalty is over. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Run over. In over the line. Brindamore gets shoved. Mad scramble. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. It's passed back by Roberts. The Maple Leafs will make a change here. Out of their defensive end. End to end. Knocked him off the puck. Berahowski grabbed it. Belfour hangs on for the whistle. Toronto has picked this defense apart tonight.
They've used crisp, quick passes to exploit holes in coverage. Made the most of their chances. That's been the difference offensively.
And the faceoff is won by Reichel. Brings it out. Over the line. With a wrist shot. Weeks made the save. Brings it out. Played over. In over the line. Thrashed. Moved up. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. A lateral pass. Toronto has a man injured.
Oh, he's down and it doesn't look good.
He'll need some time in the dressing room to recover from that one.
Now, he might be back, though. You never know.
Fast. Looks like he got him clean.
I'd have to agree, Jim. Plenty of contact there, but nothing dirty. Sometimes it's just a matter of bad luck.
Or bad timing. Face-off won by Francis. Cranked him. Brings it out. Coast to coast. Moved across into the attacking zone. Shoved. Right in front. One time. Checked. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Shoved. Big hit. Tucker flattens him. Caberlet will serve time for hooking. Carolina will go on the power play once again. They weren't able to capitalize on their first power play. Let's see if they can do it here. In front. Shove. Belfour hangs on for the whistle. Just the one assist so far, but sometimes that's all it takes to get the ball rolling.
Exactly. Points usually come in bunches. They'll be looking for more now.
We're ready for the face-off. Hurricanes win the face-off. O'Neill gets the shot off. Saved by Belfour. Over the line. Hard one-timer. Scores!
He stepped into that shot big time and put it past the goalie.
The one-timer is hockey's quick strike, and he hammered that one home. Toronto wins the draw. Over center. Slap shot by Williams. Saved by Belfour. Sundin brings it out. Through center. In over the line. Brings it out. Passed over. Over the line. Shove. Shoots quickly. Tucker blocks the shot. Goes behind his net. Out of their defensive end. End to end. Shoots the puck. He misses. Big hit. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Belfour makes the save. Center cranks it. He gets hit by McCabe. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Run over.
Lined him up and knocked him down.
Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Big hit. O'Neill brings it out. Over the blue line. Pushed. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Goes behind the net. It's turned over by Cumberland. Shoots. Shot blocked by Hill. Through center. In over the line. Cranked him. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. A lateral pass. Right in front. Across. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Brings it out. In over the line. Shove. And the horn signals the end of the period. 4-1 is the score as we head to the break.
Show up in the vintage jersey for the next game and get a ticket for a free berth to any of our concession stands.
It's time for the third period.
Jim, at this point, confidence is a huge factor.
The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. Sundin wins the faceoff. Shove.
Talk about a headache.
Played across. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Belfour with a big save. Brings it out. Over the line. Zigomanis brings it out. In over the line. Wrist shot from the right. Belfour made the save. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Hit. Brings it out. Over the blue line. McCabe pushes him. Carolina puts its second line out. Brings it out. In over the line. Adams now has the puck. Over the line. Thrashed.
That shook him up.
In Kirka. Scores! I think he was screened.
He hammered home that slap shot. What a blast.
It could be downright scary for a goalie when a guy can let it loose with that kind of velocity. Maple Leaf face-off win. Wellwood gets pushed into the attacking zone. Checked out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Right in front. Murray shoves him. Weeks freezes the puck. The puck is about to be dropped. Hurricanes win the faceoff. Brings it out. In over the line. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets pushed by Saint-Jean. A delayed penalty call against Carolina. Wallin gets called for hooking. Toronto has converted once already, and they're getting another power play chance here. And the faceoff is won by Sundin. Moved ahead by Wesley. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Bumped off the puck. Sundin grabbed it. Over the blue line. Mowed down.
That'll keep him honest.
Renberg scores on the power play.
This is what's so great about the wrist shot. It It's not as fast as a slap shot, but it's quicker to get off and way more accurate.
Face-off won by Stahl. In over the line.
Rocked. He took a solid check there.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Delayed penalty call for Carolina. Saint-Jacques is going off for interference.
Now that's something you just hate to see because of the way it stops players from showcasing their skills.
Toronto is executing well with the man advantage so far tonight, Craig. They're 2 for 3, and they get another chance here.
Well, this power play isn't afraid to let the puck go, and that's why they've been so successful.
Weeks hangs on for the whistle. About to drop the puck. And the faceoff is won by Francis. Blocked. Brings it out. Over the line. One-timer. Turned away. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Belfour got a leg on it. In over the line. McGillney gets thrashed. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Passed ahead. Francis with a blistering shot. Scramble. Moved up. Brings it out. Over the line. Passed over. Shoots the puck. Belfour made the huge save. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Shoved. Right in front. Glove save by Weeks. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets shoved by McCabe. Brings it out. In over the line. Bowled over. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Murray shoots it. Blocked. Toronto didn't get a whole lot done, but there's still a solid 2 for 4 on the power play. Across. Right in front. Sundin fires it. Weeks made the save. Over the line. He gets checked by Renberg.
Knocked him down.
Into the attacking zone. In front. Shoots the puck. The door is shut by Weeks. Brings it out. In over the line. Taken out. Brings it out. Over the line. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Level. Brings it out. In over the line. A shot from the slot by Antropov. Moved across. Brings it out. Over the line. Surma gets laid out. Moved up. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Antropov taken out.
You've got to keep your head up.
Bowled over.
Let's see how he responds to that.
Through center. In over the line. Surma shoots the puck. Brings it out. Moved over the blue line. Pushed aside by Weeks. Quick puck movement. Through center. Flattened. A lateral pass. Turned aside. Into the attacking zone. Sundin controls the puck. Murray. Over the line. Big hit.
He got worked over on that one.
In over the line. Great save! Brings it out. Up through center. Over the blue line. Flattened. Adams hit.
He got clocked that time.
Out of their defensive end. It's dumped into the inboards by Francis. Heavy shot from the wing by Caberlet. Knocked over.
He couldn't avoid that one.
Brings it out. Coast to coast. Cranked him. Moved across. Brings it out. In over the line. Mowed down. Brindamore. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Shoots! He scores on himself!
They need to shake this off right away. Get back out there and go on the offensive.
Sundin won the draw. Shoved over the blue line. Checked. He got dropped. Stahl brings it out. Shoots the puck. Turned aside by Belfour. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Pushed. Short pass out of their defensive end. Over the line. Brindamore, backhanded shot. Belfour covers up for the whistle. Roberts is a real sniper.
Well, this guy buries the puck when you give him a chance. He's got 2 goals already, and he's only got a handful of shots.
He's making them count. Face-off won by Stahl. Moved back. It's coughed up by Hedeken. Brings it out. In over the line. In front. Rifles the shot. Blocked by Barahowski. Over the blue line. Mogilny. Brings it out. Over the line. Brindamore. Wrist shot. Belfour reached out for the puck. Brings it out. Carolina puts its checking line out. Quick puck movement. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Huge save. Passed across. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Renberg with a wrist shot. Saved by Weeks. Brings it out. End to end. It's given away by Surma. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets rocked by Tucker. Blasted by Surma. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Door slammed shut by Weeks. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Hip checked. A lateral pass. He gets run over by Surma. Run over. In over the line. It's over. Toronto wins this game and keeps the streak alive.
First star for Carolina, number 25, Remo Stanjunk. Tonight's second star, Carolina, number 22, Sean Hill. And tonight's first star for Toronto, number 7, Willie Roberts.
From the RBC Center in Raleigh, North Carolina, this is Jim Houston with Craig Simpson.
From all the team here at EA Sports, we'll see you next time.
You